Hello again and welcome back to my tutorial series. Today we're going to be working on the AI3 blueprint again on the event tick. I just want to point out that doing things on the event tick is probably not best practice, but for the system it seems to work alright. So let's chug on ahead. First things first, I made a little bit of space, as you can see, so I'm just going to, off of my then one pin on the event tick sequence, I'm going to grab all of this after casting to the character. I'm just going to pull it forward a little bit, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the AI's first mesh and do an is valid check with a question mark. And if it is valid, then I'm going to destroy the component being the AI's mesh. And then what I want to do is take the normal attack damage and set it to 0. Looks like we need more more variables. I didn't foresee this, but we'll get there when we get there. Then we'll take alive 1, or our first alive, and set it to null. And then we're going to have to destroy all of the text renders that are a part of our AI. So let's do that. This is text render 7. So we'll go over to the event graph, grab that, and say destroy component. Let's just move this out of the way for the time being. We'll go back to the viewport. Let's find the other one. Let's text render 1 and 2. Okay, it's these two. Alright, so into the event graph, we're going to drag these two in, and we'll destroy both of them. And that's all we're going to do when our AI's 1's HP reaches 0. And we're going to go onto the sequence node. We're going to disconnect those two, add a couple of pins. Let's add 1, 2, 3, 4 pins, so we have 6 in total. And then what we're going to do is we're going to duplicate all of that, but let's first move this down. Around about there, it's fine for now. Let's duplicate all of this. Pull off of our then 1 pin, plug that in, delete the HP, plug in the HP2, and our component we're going to change to the AI2, plug that in, and we're going to have to set all of our text renders, and delete that and that. We will just duplicate this variable real quick. I'll leave it named that, but you should name it something more appropriate. So we'll set it like that, and set our alive 2, and then we need to delete the text renders above our AI2. So let's do that. I think it's just these 3. No, it's 2 and 3. So we'll bring them out and plug them in like this. And I just need to find the last one, which is text render 8. Should name these, but I'm a bit lazy. So just like that. Then we're going to duplicate it again. Plug it into the then 2 pin. Okay, so you plug it into the then 2 pin, and then you want to delete that skeleton reference. Then we're going to plug our AI3 reference in. Yeah, we're going to plug that into destroying the component, delete these text renders, and we're going to plug the other text renders in. So let's do that. So it's 4, 5, and 6. Easy enough. 4, 5, and 6. Compile that. And then we need to do some other things. We're going to drag in all 3 HPs now. But first, let's drag off of our then 3 pin and do a branch, not a branch, a branch. I'm going to pull off of here and do an AND boolean. And our AND boolean needs 3 pins. And we're going to drag in all of our HPs like this. And we're going to do a less than or equals float and duplicate it 3 times. Well, twice. You just need 3 of them. Okay. And we'll keep it to 0. And if all 3 of them are equal to 0, we're going to run our old script for destroying the actor. So let's go ahead and grab that script up here and just drag it down into place and plug in the true pin. Alright, so next up we want to set all of our healths to be displayed. Let's go find that wherever it might be, down here, just put it around there. So let's set all our healths to be displayed, drag off the then 4 pin, plug it in like that, and we're going to need to duplicate this. I think, yes, definitely. So I'm just going to leave the name like that, but you can name it 1 and 2. So I'm going to plug it in like that, and like that. And we're going to do exactly the same thing, so I'm just going to duplicate that and that, and plug the other HPs in. So HP2 in there, and HP3 in there. Alright, then we're going to need to do this. Excuse me. I think it's this. Yes, it is this. Okay, we're going to do this next. We're going to drag off of our then 5 pin, plug it into our branch, and this is all just for our first AI, so we're going to need to do another sequence. So off of our true pin, we're going to run a sequence. Add 1 more pin because we have 3 AIs, and I believe I'm sorry, I'm just going over a few things here quickly. We're actually just going to change all of this up, so let's do that. Or rather, let's duplicate this 2 times. Sorry. Duplicate it like that and like that. And then off of our is valid on our first one. Let's just give myself some space. Off of the is valid, we want to run a branch. And plug the not valid in as well, and the condition is we're going to check if he is alive, the first mesh, and then we will go ahead and do the stuff. We can actually just get rid of this because we won't need it anymore, I don't think, because we're destroying the components now. So yeah, we can get rid of that. We can get rid of that one as well. and then we're gonna have to bring in, hold on, okay, sorry, so my brain wasn't all there. Yeah, so let's plug these in. I did forget to do that. And then we're going to drag off of here and say is valid with a question mark. If it is valid, we will set its visibility. And then the other text render associated with this mesh is the text render 7, so we'll do another is valid. Don't know why I did that. Anyway, and if it is valid, then we're going to set the text, and we'll set it to the AI name, and then we're going to set the visibility. So set visibility true, true. Alright, so next one, same thing. Plug it in like that. Right after our is valid. Well, let's first get rid of this. We don't need it anymore. Off of the is valid, we'll do a branch. Condition being alive too. And we'll leave everything the same except for this. We'll add an is valid. And we'll plug it in. That, and we'll find the other text associated with our, or actually we have to set all of these texts, so let's do that. Texts for our mesh 2 is text 2, 3 and 8, so let's get 2, 3 and 8, so 2, if that's the correct one. Let me just double check this. Text render 2, 3 and 8. So 2, that is correct, yes. So 2 we'll set to that like that. And 3 we will set like such. And number 8 we'll do an is valid, plug it in, and then we'll set the text to our AI name 2, and then we'll set the visibility to true. Alright, on to the last one. Let's delete this stuff, drag this out a smidge. We're going to do a branch, condition being alive 3, and then we're going to have to change his text again. Let's just do it from a viewport rather. So that's text render 4 would be our first one, just like this. Plug that into the sequence then 2, and plug that into the set text, and then we need to do an is valid off of the HP text. That's text render 5 is valid, plug it in, and the last one would be our player name, which is text render 6. We'll drag it in and we'll say set, or rather we'll first do an is valid to avoid any issues or errors, and if it is valid we'll set the text to our AI name 3, and then we will set the visibility to true. Alright, So I think we've got one more pin we've got to sort out here. Let's just have a look, see what is that. Okay, so we're going to drag off of this pin. Let's go all the way to the bottom, and we'll go cast to my character, and then we'll get the player character, and we'll do an is overlapping actor, the other actor being us, and then we'll run a branch. So I'll just push B and left click and plug that in as the condition, and then we will grab our two other AIs, not the main one, and we'll set the visibility for both of them. So I'll just duplicate that to true, because we're going to have them on not true by default. So what target needs a connection? Set visibility for our text render 5. Let's compile. That seems to be all fine. Okay, let's just go over to the viewport quickly and do a few things. We're going to set this native visibility to null, all of these texts, as well as the other two AI, but I'll just do the texts real quick. And then let's set these guys to invisible. Compile. And I think that is it for our 3 AI blueprint. In the next episode, we'll quickly go over doing a function or two in here, or actually all of these functions. I didn't realize we have so much still to do, but yeah, in the next video we will tackle my character. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.